I really like the format right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Elements have been nerfed significantly, and now a lot of different decks can come out and play. Hopefully, we can keep this format. Ah, crud. Hi there, Lightheart here. Today we are going to be talking about an educated guess that Decade made about the upcoming pack for Master Duel in October. And that is Kashtira. Kashtira is a popular deck that is played in the TCG and OCG. It has topped many YCS. The reason is because of the deck's ability to disrupt your plays and zone lock your field. Once they zone lock your field, it is essentially checkmate and you can't play the game anymore. This is why the deck is so toxic and why a lot of people decide to play with this deck. These new cards that will be coming will make it easier for Kashtira players to lock your field and make the deck more consistent. In this video, I'm going to talk about the major core cards that make the Kashtira deck more consistent and how easy it will be for Kashtira to lock the opposing player on the first turn, if not then the second turn. The first card we are going to talk about is Kashtira Theosis. This will be the most likely target for Kashtira Unicorn to search for in the deck. With Kashtira Theosis, it can special summon a Kashtira monster that is a different attribute from the one you control in defense mode from your deck. Keep in mind it will lock the player into only exceed summoning. Most players will be playing this at 3 if it is not limited. It has a second effect where if this card is banished, it can add a banished Kashtira card to the hand. The next card is Kashtira Big Bang. Not many people use the first effect, but it is the second effect that is used more often. If this card is banished, you can add one material from a Kashtira monster you control to the hand, and then special summon it. So with Shangri-La on the field, you can get one of your Kashtira monster from it, and then special summon it. Big Bang is essentially a card that will be banished with Kashtira Rise Heart's effect. Kashtira Arise Heart. The boss monster of the deck, and the ultimate form for Kashtira Rise Heart. This monster makes it possible for Shangri-La to zone lock the opposing player's field because of its effect to banish any card that is sent to the graveyard. It is also easy to special summon as it can use a Kashtira monster you control to go into it if Shangri-La's effect has been used this turn. Additionally, once per chain, it can attach a banished card as a material to this card. That means it can attach banished face-down cards as well. So if you used any pot spells that banish cards face down, you can get them back as material for a Rise Heart. It is not once per turn. It is once every chain. That means this card can get a lot of material. With its ability to get a lot of material, it can use its detach effect, which is to detach 3 materials from it and target one card on the field and banish it face down. With multiple ways to banish cards and with Shangri-La on the field, it can lock the opposing player's field quickly. Number 89. Diabolosis the Mind Hacker. I thought this card should get a special mention. This card has a lot of synergy with the Kashtira archetype. It can banish a card from the extra deck face down and from the graveyard face down if it destroys a monster at the end of the battle phase. Additionally, it can banish cards from the opposing player's deck face down equal to the number of cards that they have banished face down, essentially emptying and cutting down the opposing player's deck until they have no more cards in their deck. Not to mention it can get rid of some essential cards that opposing players need. This works well with Shangri-La as each time this monster banishes a card it locks the opposing player's field zone. I am hoping that Konami bans Mind Hacker before the new pack releases. I thought I should also mention Kashtira Shangri-La here as well. This card is what is responsible for zone locking your opponent. Each time your opponent's card is banished, you can zone lock their unused monster zone or spell and trap zone. For this card, I want to discuss what Kashtira players will most likely lock. If they are going first and they don't know what deck they are facing, they might go to lock the spell and trap zone first. Ideally, this might be the move if they are going first. If they are going second, then they will lock zones according to what deck they are facing. This may be locking the monster zones or pendulum zones if they are facing a pendulum deck. If you ask me what a good ban list would be for Kashtira, I would say to limit Kashtira Shangri-La to 1. As you can see, a lot of Kashtira's card effects revolve around Shangri's effect to lock. If they can limit this card to 1, then I think the game state will be fair. As you can see, the new support for Kashtira is going to make this deck tier 0 if nothing is limited. Hopefully, before the new support comes out, Konami will limit or semi-limit some of the Kashtira cards. If not, and if you are not playing Kashtira, then expect duels to be very frustrating. Will Vorpal Sword be playing Kashtira? Well, the answer is no. Vorpal Sword and I are going to fight Kashtira with Scareclaw or some other deck. We may use some of the Kashtira cards as they greatly help out the Scareclaw deck, such as Scareclaw Kashtira, but we will not be playing a pure Kashtira deck. Hopefully, this next pack will also release the rest of the support for Scareclaw that will help Scareclaw decks such as Scareclaw Defanging and Scareclaw Twin Saw. If you want to know more about those missing Scareclaw cards that are not available to Master Duel yet, then be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to my channel. I plan to make a video about that. I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. I also would love to hear what you think and feel about Kashtira. Are you excited to play the deck? What cards do you think should be banned or limited for this deck? Leave a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, bye for now.